This is a great question because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want to be buying the real thing. So how do you know if it's a new import, brand new made from China, if it's a vintage, beautiful Indiana glass, or it's this crap from Temu? How do you know? I'm going to specifically talk about these hens right here from Temu. These are made to look like the original vintage Indiana glass hens. They're made to fool you, and they're made in China, and they're mass imported. They are worth about $10 to $15. So what you're going to be seeing all the time is people putting these in antique stores, calling them vintage, and charging vintage prices. So don't be bamboozled. Let me show you the difference. First, let me show you the original Indiana glass hen up close. So you see very well-defined face and eye, this little cheek mark here, very defined beads. You have these 5 tall beads and then these 5 little beads. The imports, a lot of times these beads will be just like one big glob. Also, if you see too, all of this detailed feathers up on the head and the neck, the vintage ones are very detailed here. The newer ones that look like this, look how glossy the head is. This versus this really glossy head. You can really tell the difference. You'll also see it a lot on the bottom. So there's 2 different bases. This is the stippled, and then there's also the striated, which looks more like how the Temu is. But what you'll see is this is very well defined glass, and the bottom of the Temu ones are gonna look extremely glossy. Also, a very good indicator, although not foolproof anymore, is the base. Indiana glass only made 7-inch hens. So from the top to the bottom of the nest was 7 inches. That's the only size they ever made. So if you see those ones that are only about 5 inches, you know absolutely that's not real. Another indicator is that Indiana glass never made multicolor. So like these, the red, orange, and green, the yellow, blue, pink, those are the ones that you see a lot. Those tricolored hens, Indiana glass never made multicolored hens. They only made this. Here's a really cool color chart for all the original Indiana glass colors. So this is a good thing. You can Google this and see what all the original colors are. Another thing is I'll show you, Indiana glass only made the satinized. So you can see this is glossy. Satin means it's kind of a matte finish. They only ever made it in one hen, and it's this green satin. The satin lime, this is the only Indiana glass, and that's satin. You're gonna see a lot of new satin colors coming out. So what you'll wanna be on the lookout for, again, is looking for the detail. Look at the detailed head and face, look at the detailed nest, look at the beads. If it looks really glossy, really undefined, it's not real. If it's not 7 inches, it's not real. If it's multiple colors, it's not real. Now there's lots of other types of imports out there, but as far as comparing the original Indiana glass to these very similar replicas, that's how you can tell the difference.